welcome to Coffee with J&C. I'm only laughing because, of course, you know, pre-production is a lot funnier than what we end up shooting because we have little conversations about different things. And we also take into consideration all of the comments that we get from our viewers. And one of them, every single episode, and we have been highly aware of. Why are you staring at me?
I'm waiting for you to finish.
Oh, you mean you're being polite?
I'm attempting it.
Okay. One of the comments overall for all of the episodes have been that the lighting was really terrible and people couldn't see our faces. Well, we wanted to blame it on our apartment and the fact that we really don't have anywhere with beautiful background to shoot or anything like that. And really what it comes down to is we don't want you to see
now
our
they
faces.
can see our faces?
Now you can really see
so
our faces.
now it's going to go the other way.
Now
please go back to the bad lighting.
Dim the
lights.
Dim the lights, please. And so unfortunately you're getting the full effect this time. And you get to see us in...
all our diminished glory.
Yeah, it's really sad and kind of unfortunate. So here's the other thing. So we've done 7 episodes. This is episode 8, and we have cups, and we are in the clubhouse of our apartment complex. They were graciously letting us shoot here, and so we hope that it goes okay and no great, amazing things happen that we have to stop or anything like that. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, today we have lots to get to because we also had a lot of comments about the last episode was the big apology, the big public apology, and I think we had mixed reviews. Some of it went over like a lead balloon, and some of it people did get our humor and thought it was funny. And so we aren't really going to say much more about it other than the fact that we thought it was funny. We're sorry that other people did not find the humor funny or the...
well, let's just put it this way. If I offended anyone, I'm sorry. I did not offend my first wife. It's technically impossible.
Yes.
So we'll leave it at that.
So here's the thing anyway. So again, we're going to just leave it because it's over and done with. So we're moving on. But what did inspire was last year in the news, I believe it was last summer I think it was.
It's been the last couple of summers.
Well, I think it's constant, which amazes me that every year you have to remind people. This is like what we're doing now. We're going to do an open public service announcement. This is our contribution to society in our small way that we can try to tell people: do not leave your children in a car with the windows up in the middle of summer, for God's sake.
Well, how this started in part was one of the big stories last year that we saw was someone had taken their kid. They were supposed to drop him off at the daycare. They forgot that the kid was in the car, went to work, left the kid in the car, got to be 100 degrees out, and the kid died. And all of that was sad enough, but I was reading an article where they were asking the wife if she was mad at him for doing it. And she said she was upset, but not. She wasn't angry with him, which I'm like mind-boggled that if there's ever an occasion to be angry, wouldn't you think that was it?
There's really there's no good way to spin it or whatever. So again, this is our public service announcement. J&C are now telling people to, are you finding something more interesting over there?
Yeah, don't leave your kids in the car.
Don't leave your children in the car with the windows up, ever, especially in the summertime, because that's just stupid.
But last week I had written the poem as an apology, but I tend to write a lot of those sort of little things anyways, and I had written one regarding that particular news story.
Right, so this is the husband. This is the husband. Sorry, we just had somebody enter, and we got a little nervous that they were going to come in here. So this is the husband apologizing to the wife
for leaving the kid in the car.
For leaving the kid in the car. Okay, go ahead, Jerry.
Okay. I am so sorry. Please forgive what I have done. I forgot that we had children and left them baking in the sun. It's just that I was busy. My memory is shot. I forgot that we had children and left them in the car to rot. If you can forgive me, don't hate me to the core. Maybe when I get out of prison, we can try and make some more.
Now, I'm sure that this is going to the same decree as the last apology. But again, this was not from Jerry to me. This is something that could have been bought at a Hallmark store for the husband to give his wife. So this is what Jerry does. He can write Hallmark cards for the kinds of things that you need apologies for. So if you have an apology that is unusual, he is the guy. And I don't even think you charge somebody for that, would you?
Depends on what they did.
Well, this guy got one for free.
Yeah.
Oh, for heaven's sake. So that's that. So what we also did today, we have been really busy. We are in the market to buy a new car, and we went out and test drove some cars today. And while we're waiting for the salesman to, I don't even know where to begin with some of it, but I'll let you go ahead and at least start the story of
Well, we had a game plan, which is like everybody in today's world, you go online, you do your research, and then you go out and you start test driving cars. So we decided we were going to pick two. I'm not going to tell you which two. I'm not going to tell you what brands. And we decided we'd go out and test drive them. But adamantly heading into the dealership, we said, we're not buying today. Irregardless, because it's the end of the month. They're always trying to sell. They're going to make an attempt to do that. So we decided well in advance that we're going to go look, but we're not buying today. So, of course, me being who I am, we went to the dealership. I told him up front, we're here to test drive this vehicle. We're not buying today. And obviously he didn't particularly like that. So he went and he said, okay, let me find out what the deal is. And he comes back. And what he says to me is he starts with his end of the month pressure sales thing. And what he says is, we don't have very many of these, so you should buy before the month is over. And I'm like, well, even if you don't have them, they did invent this thing called the internet. I bet I could find one on there. And he says to me, how dare you threaten me with the internet? So I've managed to offend somebody and threaten him with the internet this morning so far.
Wow, yeah.
Which I thought was, I wasn't trying to offend him. I thought it was pretty normal, standard operating procedure. But apparently I threatened the man with the internet.
Yeah,
so.
He was pretty bristly, and that's how that part started out. But while he went back in, of course, to, who knows what, they have to go away and make it all seem who knows what, some kind of weird sales pitch saying, but he's gone, and you proceed to explain how similar it is to test drive a car as it is to pick out your second wife.
I just said that you want one with low miles, that looks good, that isn't overly expensive. There are some similarities there.
So that means he got a mid-range, partially used.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I got a top-of-the-line model. Put it that way, just a top-of-the-line model.
All right, I'm not going to get you any more trouble for that. So, yeah, we have been very busy. Who knows if we'll come up with another card. I know that Jerry has some other things he needs to, in reference to some stories in the news that came around. So those are always fun. We don't know what we're going to do next week. I think the clubhouse is closed on Sundays down here, and I'm loving the background. I think it looks amazing. Of course, I'm sure we're going to hear some comments about that. We really appreciate it. Next time we're going to have to shut that TV off because Jerry is
staring at it.
He's eyeballing the TV, and I'm looking at the door because who knows if people are coming in. And like I said, we didn't know how the audio was going to pick up or anything. So anyway, this was a good test to see if this is going to work down here. If we end up doing it at our apartment again, we'll figure out maybe a different way. Maybe we'll steal these pictures in the middle of the night or something, and we'll bring them up to our apartment. I actually didn't think of that till just now, so that is one idea.
If the police showed up, it'd make for a more exciting show.
That'd be great.
But if we both go to jail, who's going to bail us out?
Yeah, that's a good point. That would be really sad. All right, well, you can just do it, and I'll just tell him I have no idea. He's a senile old man. I don't know what the heck he does during the day or night.
You say from here forward I can play the old man card?
You've been able to do that for a while.
That's not very nice.
Anyway, we had fun. I hope you did too. We'll see you next time. Bye.